Hi. We're just waiting for a few moments till everyone collects. Meanwhile, does everybody have their two candles and salt and rope and some water?
I need a boat.
Yeah, you guys can just go collect their things. I'll just go once a couple of more people there. I'll just learn how to what's the setup required. So, for the ones who are here, can you just show me your candles, like what type of candles and what kind of material you have? Hi, Dipti. How are you?
Good, good. Just trying to figure out how to flip my camera and show you candles.
Okay. Hi, Sharavi. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you.
Looking really good. Looking a lot brighter than I last saw you. How are things going?
Being fine, more or less.
Ansha, where are you these days?
I'm in Dharwad.
Okay. Is it raining over there?
Now and then it gets really cloudy but doesn't really rain much.
Okay. Do you have the materials ready for today?
Some things are missing. I'll just
Okay. Till then, I'm just gonna show you a photo. So, although right now I'm using white candles I did a different setup earlier today. This is a plate. Uske niche it will be important to keep like some insulating material, maybe like a newspaper or something. And I'll ask you to write notes. If you want to put notes, you can put it in the middle. If there is, and this is the salt erupted during the white light. And these two are the candles. In this, I put the rope in a very simple manner. But you can also, so this is about maybe 15 centimeter of rope. So you can cut something. You can just take your rope and cut about this looks like maybe 20 centimeter. So 20, 20, 40. This is actually a double rope. So then I've tied it over here. Are you guys getting that tingling sound? Okay. Okay. Hi, Vash. You're trying to join?
Hello.
I didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah, I was trying to join. Thank you.
Why didn't it naturally accept it is what I'm surprised about. Okay, I was just explaining to everyone. We'll first do a setup of the ritual, then I'll guide you through a meditation, and then we'll light the candles. Okay? Okay. So everyone, in your plate or wherever you're placing the candles, make sure there's something beneath the tray because it's going to get very hot. It's almost like a oven में जैसा होता है ना, like it'll start becoming a bigger fire than just two candles. So try to make sure that there's some insulation. Like I've got like a thick sheet of newspapers, and once you fix the candles, make sure you light the candles and melt the wax a little bit, and then put it on the plate. And once you put it on the plate, you can put like salt around it, just around the edges. Fix the candles. I'll just show you an image in the end. So once you have the rope, it can be a rope circle of even just like 10 centimeter diameter, or you can do a 20 centimeter diameter, whatever suits your bow. And I'm going to do a double link in this one. So once you cut it, just tie it at the end over here. And then when you're set up, we do this. Bella also wants to be a part of this one. Go for that. And you can, hi Shweta, I was just teaching everyone about the setup, then I'll get into the topic for today. So very important to have some insulation beneath the tray that you have for your candle. And then you put the rope, which can be around 10 centimeter diameter, and you twist it into an infinity loop of sorts. So the entire rope bridge, are you judging how much to cut? So it can be, this is a double, this would have done double, right? So you can do double of that. Yes. And then you tie the ends like this. So I did it like simply do that and you just pull through. And then this knot is knot. This kind of knot. Once that knot is formed, hi Kamalji, I didn't see you. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How about you?
All well. How is everything?
Yeah, he's all right.
Alright. So I was just asking if everyone can show me their candles. In case someone has bigger candle, I will advise accordingly. But ideally the size of the candle should be this because that's also fine. So the bigger the candles, the larger the flame can be. So for fire safety, just make sure that you have like a cloth or something in case, just in case the thing go body, you have something that you can put on. But it can get like a lunch. Yes, Krish.
So I had actually ordered for candles, but it's raining so heavily that the order got cancelled. And I'm adjusting with the candles I have at home. I've checked which candles to. So I've got the candles ready. It's just that bigger candles. So you can tell me if there's anything specific I have to follow.
So are there 2 candles?
2 candles, sir.
Yes, yes, perfect size. Can you show me the size again? Are they both the same size?
They're both the same size.
Oh. Make a loop that will go around both of the candles. So the infinity loop will look something like this, going around both of the candles. And while you are holding this, make sure there's a little bit of wax on the plate, and then we just fix it on the plate. and it will look something like this. At the end. So this is a single normal loop, but you can do an infinity loop, which is with the twist. One important thing for placement is when you put it the rope, make sure that the rope is a little like within 1 centimeter of the plate. It can be a little lower also, but it should be a little bit closer. The closer it is to the plate, the faster we will see the reaction between the cords, what kind of reactions. Otherwise, there's no problem if it's low. It will just take a bit. You will have to wait till the whole candle burns out to see what is happening. Once everyone is done with their setup, you can just give me a thumbs up and then we can. Does anyone need any instruction or help? So before lighting the candles, make sure you open up a window. And after the ritual, it will be very important to hydrate. So make sure you have like a big glass of water next to you. Done with the setup, did we?
I think so. 1 second.
Okay. Perfect. Base is also done. Okay. So the larger the candles, the entire candle could be set on fire. So just be prepared. Okay. So welcome everybody. Thank you for waiting for everyone to get their setups ready. I'm very excited for this ritual because we're doing a physical cord cutting ritual, I think, for the first time in this circle. And it's very important, very exciting because we've worked a lot on these themes before. And today we are doing something to also culminate the growth that we've had over the past few years. We did this relationship healing last in July last year, and it's very interesting that the things aligned in a way that we will get today. So I just want to hear a little bit from everyone what they wish to release through this step. So what is it that they've been feeling a negative attachment with, and what is it that they wish to invite through this ritual? Okay, before I open the circle, I'll just go first. So for today's circle, before I started, I meditated with the god Shani, Saturn god, who is the lord of time and the lord of karma, and in our romantic relationships or all relationships, that being is also responsible for the timing of everything happening at the right place, at the right time, at the right moment, in a way that we can learn and grow the maximum. He is the one that controls all the checks and balances. And in relationships, checks and balances become important because relationships are a mirror. Every person we invite is showing us a part of ourselves. And sometimes we are shown a part of ourselves so repeatedly, and then that becomes a karmic loop. And when I was communicating with him, he said that in this ritual, he will be blessing us with detachment of our past, like he will be blessing us with the detachment of any negative timing that we have. So anytime we kept feeling like, okay, this always happens to me, this always happens, at this time, whenever I'm happening, something good is happening to me, this happens to me. So any aspect in your life which is attached to, acha mere saath hi hua hai, or this is bad timing for me, that is what he will be checking for us. Goddess Lakshmi said that she's going to be showering us with a lot of abundance of what love means to us. So, in terms of affection, in terms of allowing yourself to be who you want to be, a lot of times we don't allow ourselves to be, the person we want to be, and we kind of want that in someone else. We want someone else to show us, this person is like this, but we ourselves are not allowing us to be playful or to be joyful, and we want that somebody external shows that to us, right? So that is what she will be opening our face to. So just stay open to the moments where you have such epiphanies. Three things that I felt very, very strongly over the past few, like this entire month, is the healing of like this visibility wound that I have. And I spoke about it in my video as well. And we've discussed this in our circle once, that a lot of people have this fear that they really want to do something, they really want their work to be known, they really want to climb up to a point where they can see, okay, this is my community, this is my life, this is like, I'm ready to be seen now. But there's a huge fear holding them back. What will do? So this visibility wound is something that is rising up to the surface in our community, and it is important today to acknowledge that in relationships, are you now ready to be completely yourself? Are you now ready to see the parts of yourself that you've been hiding? And are you ready to let go of the need of external approval? Like waiting for somebody else to approve you. You know you're good at something, but maybe you've been holding on so long because you're waiting for somebody from the outside to come and say it. You're good and really good at this. So in relationships that tend to happen a lot, and that's a specific karmic loop that I was able to map out. So I just want to hear from you all, not in terms of, just in terms of your life, what are the things that you wish to release to the surface, and what are the things that you want to invite. Dimpy, I go to you first, and then you can knock me some.
I don't have an answer off the top of my head. I thought I would go fourth or fifth maybe. So what is the question again?
The question is, through the ritual today, in terms of karmic loops of relationships, of love, of romance, what is something you identified that keeps happening over and over that you want to put an end to?
So the first thing that you had said when you started talking, I think that made sense, which is if the goal of today's session is to help us break a link with something in the past, then that's what I'm looking for, in the sense that I think there are times when you've outgrown something in your life. It feels like I'm at a place where I'm fighting an older version, especially in like the romantic realm. So that breaking away from that person requires a lot of, I don't know what it requires actually, because I'm a little lost on it. So I think this session should be helpful. It's an
When you
older
say
self.
when you say you're fighting an older version, what aspect of
So, so over the past year, thanks to a lot of healing as part of this group, I have outgrown a version of myself. This person who, like you said, uh, it's a person who looked for a lot of validation from outside, looked for a lot of self-worth from the people that he was romantically involved with, etc. So now, a year later, it feels like I've moved forward, but it feels like a separate person, a separate self who is not, it's like having dead weight in the back of your car. Like you're trying to drop it and move ahead, but that is another person, and that person is not willing to get off.
I also sense that, and I think this is something like that I've also written, releasing any aspect that is trying to stay small. So releasing also any attachment to unrequited love. Sometimes as a child maybe we have certain experiences where we romanticize unrequited love, and if those are themes in anyone's life, then they can, like I've noted them down, that these aspects, any attachment to unrequited love, any attachment to people pleasing, which tends to get really enhanced in relationships, any attachment to feeling the need to chase. So getting approval from someone or feeling the need for validation sometimes pushes us into a chase. So even that attachment to that chase. So you can just make a note of these points, because once you note or once you feel clear about what you're wishing to release, you can write it and put that paper in the middle of the tablet circle. So as we're doing this discussion, everyone can just please note whatever they wish to release, and if anything resonates, please feel free to pitch in. So yeah, you were saying.
No, I'm going to see.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. You have to nominate something.
I nominate Shirley.
I also don't have an answer yet, but I think the pattern I'm trying to break out of is learning to receive love and accept it, and also not losing myself, as in trying to remember who I really am, as in personality wise.
And your sense of individuality,
Yes.
not losing the sense of individuality. That's a really nice point, because I also remember when I was thinking about this, I had written down this pattern of often, especially when a relationship is very new, or you start to put someone on a pedestal and you start to think that all of the ideas you have of them, so there's an attachment we have to the idea of them rather than them itself. And even if they're a very nice, good person, that disappointment tends to sometimes poison the relationship, right? So putting someone on a pedestal, losing your sense of individuality, these are all points you can note down if they resonate with you.
Yeah.
Do you want to nominate someone?
I nominate Kamalakshmi ma'am.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I experienced a lot of difficulty in maintaining the relationship. First of all, it is very hard for me to make any relationship, and maintaining that takes a lot of energy from me. And I easily get detached when the person is, when I say no to it. I don't know why it takes a lot of energy for me to maintain that relationship.
Are we talking about general relationships or romantic?
You can say romantic relationship only. Like with my husband also, I used to try very hard to maintain that relationship. It was not, though it was very easy, but I never used to feel it is too easy.
Hmm. Okay.
No.
So then you can let go of the idea of what you think it should be, an idea of a relationship, and then just allow whatever that relationship is to take its course. Allow the relationship to guide what it needs to be instead of you uh, guiding the relationship. Does that make sense? So, releasing the attachment towards any sense of labels or any sense of structures. Yeah? Do you want to elaborate on it further? Like, if you want to tell me about it.
Yeah, मतलब
You can also write releasing attachment to any blockages towards connection. Yeah? So, inviting more opportunities for connection, inviting more opportunities for reciprocity. Reciprocity.
and one more thing, like I feel when I get attached to anyone, I feel that I am dependent on them. I want to be when I feel, मतलब, though I am not dependent, I feel I will be dependent on them, so I start
Mm-hmm.
moving away from that.
You start distancing.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's very natural to tend to feel that you are dependent on your partner because human beings are social animals. We tend to want or need certain things from the immediate people around us, and that's very natural and normal. What you can also do is, so there's like two extremes. I think Shalvi also talked about losing sense of individuality. The other extreme is wanting extreme independence in a way that detaches you from the relationship. Right? So you can write finding my center when it comes to individuality. Finding my center with respect to individuality and connection in this relationship. Or any fear, there's definitely also a fear of, do you also feel like you are afraid of the person seeing your vulnerable side?
Pardon?
Fear of the other person seeing your vulnerable side, like fear of being vulnerable with the person.
Yeah, maybe that also.
The fear of vulnerability also. One of the fears that I had written down for myself was the visibility wound, which I talked about, is very much about the fear of someone seeing your flaws and critiquing them to the point that you feel like you cannot hold yourself or the relationship in importance. And that's why it's so important in your individuality to see yourself completely, so that when someone is noticing your flaws, it doesn't feel like you're crumbling apart. You hold space for it at the same time another person is able to, because a lot of time people, our partners, learn from us. How we treat ourselves is something that they are, sometimes they know things on their own, but sometimes they're learning how we treat ourselves. So they're learning how to treat this person by how you treat yourself, right? So fear of your own flaws. So releasing attachment towards any uh, self-criticism. Yeah?
Thank you.
Welcome. You can nominate someone.
Okay. I don't know anyone, but still I nominate Vaishnavi.
Hi
Hello.
everyone, thank you for nominating me. Yeah, so I was thinking about this question a lot, and I think I've always been a very guarded person. So I necessarily don't see that as a drawback in myself, but it's more like why not maybe look at the other side of it also. So I would like to maybe release the fact that maybe I can be more open and more communicative about the kind of feelings I'm feeling at the time. Or sometimes even if they are not very polished, it doesn't have to be. Even if it is just like in an abstract way, I think I want to be able to share that rather than just thinking that okay, I'll just deal with this by myself. So I think I want to let go of that guard a little bit, and I want to be able to put that onto the other person as well, so that it increases accountability.
That's very nice. So also releasing attachment towards judgment from others, right? And inviting more connection.
Okay.
So you can make a note of these and in a tiny note, like whatever you're releasing, you can put it in after we're done with the whole discussion, we'll put it in the middle of your paper, like a small tiny paper in the middle of the canvas. Okay, you can nominate someone.
Nominate Manalini.
Okay, so I think I would like to release any negativity associated with the closed past chapter. That's what I can think of.
Any attachments towards the past which kept you. Yeah, you can write the release.
I nominate Arthra if they're not done yet.
Thank you for nominating me. Um, I have a long history of relationships, and in my experience through all my relationships, I have noticed a recurring pattern, which is that the relationship starts out with giving each other a lot of freedom, but then slowly it starts to step into the rigidity and ambiguity of attachment, possession, demands, control, and it's more common. Every time I step into a relationship, there's wishful thinking that that will not happen in this relationship, but eventually it leads to someone, even if they were not originally controlling, someone will influence them from the outside world that are you not controlling your woman. It's a repetitive issue that I'm experiencing. I wouldn't say this is an issue just for me to romance. I would say it's a systemic issue which is constantly coming in the way of romance, to a point where I have now chosen not to have a fixed partner, simply so that I can experience romance in its pure essence. And I don't know how to manifest this, but I basically want a system where we are not controlled, contained, and suppressed. So more than romance, I'm like, I want the world to be better so that I can be me. I want to romance my own self first, I think, if I may say.
So the other candle can be those systems. Because in the two candles, one will be the one that we're releasing and one is us. So you give that identity to that other. So it can be systems, it can be a person, it can be these things we wrote down, it can be all of the above, whatever.
Thank you. And I nominate Sirisha.
Thank you, Grish, for saying most of my wish. I want to release the entire patriarchy, hierarchy, system, society. Goodbye. Tata, bye bye. After tonight, I don't want to see you tomorrow. So that's my release, and I fully want to really receive life fully, fully whole, complete, nourished. I feel yummy within myself, to that level nourished. I want to be in my heart. So that's what I want to receive directly from my divine mother and father, and no middle person in between. Everybody's time, please. So yeah, that's what I want to receive, and that's what I want to release tonight. This super moon. Thank you for this.
Most welcome. I think Shweta is there. Shweta and Neville. Shweta, you can go first and then Neville. I don't know Shweta is there. Neville, why don't you go first and then?
Hi. Um, so we are supposed to tell the things that we have to let go, right? I
So,
joined with
so in this ritual, although today we are dedicated this ritual to releasing karmic loops around romantic relationship, but because we're also doing it as a larger collective, you can dedicate it to whatever you want to release. So one candle is going to be all of the things that you wish to release, and one candle is you, and the rope is the cord of attachment. And we are voicing out anything that we have identified, any loops or repeating patterns in our life that we want to put an end to, and which we wish to release, and any beautiful thing that you wish to receive, you can name that.
Okay. So I wish to release the safety that I keep seeking, and hence I attract the anxious partner. Like so my anxiousness is making them avoidant in a way. So I want to work on that and also release that kind of pattern that is coming to me. Because that triggers something within me, and then it becomes a huge fight that stays in my body for quite some time. That has that happened in a previous relationship, and I do not wish to take it anymore further in my life. While I'm realizing my patterns of how to appear for them as a better person, as a better human being, rather than a toxic one in that moment. And what I would wish to manifest is, a, the stepping up in half and half, and then working towards the cause, because ultimate goal is love to meet in the half, and ultimate goal is love to spread the light, to each other. So that's one thing that I wish to work on, and that I wish to manifest. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Shweta, are you there? Speaker. I don't hear from her, so we can begin. One more thing I want to voice out, which I did earlier, was also one thing that I noticed in my patterns was this loop of attracting people who make me feel small, and it made me recognize that there was a part of me that was attached to feeling small, and that's why I spoke about the visibility. And the moment I recognized it, now I am so hungry for being larger than life, and wanting to attract all opportunities, people, sisterhood, wonderful friends, all these moments in life that allow me to feel that largeness. And I feel like it's already started happening, and I'm feeling very blessed about it. So I just kind of am hungry for more. I'm like, just rain it on me. Rain the largeness, I'm ready for it. And it also reminded me our call with Greshma and what Srisha said earlier when I was speaking to her. She talked about largeness in a way that, like, you're expanding your own vessel, And I am wishing that for this entire, all the people present, and I'll put that as my intention as well. So, everyone just close your eyes. We'll meditate for a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll begin the ritual. So, take a deep breath in and put your hands on your heart and just absorb all of those things that you wish to attract. Feel that there is a shower of white light raining down on your crown, on your face, on your eyes. And as this shower of white light is raining down upon you, your body is relaxing further and further, and you are glowing brighter and brighter. And as you're glowing so brightly, you are now floating above your body, floating up and above, you're getting lighter. And we are all together floating up to the moon. Visualize that all of us are seated in a circle on the moon. The floor is glowing. This beautiful color of ash white. And just feel the energy all around your body. Feel that lightness, feel the sparkles. Feel the intensity of all these beautiful words that our friends share. And as you're kneeling, I just want you to expand your chest, so pull your shoulders back and breathe directly into your heart. So just visualize that the air is going directly into your heart and clearing out all of this heaviness, all of the past stagnant energies. And it is being exhaled with every breath. So as you inhale, Chandrama, the moon goddess, is showering upon you beautiful cooling energies and holding a safe space for you. As we are going to release all of these energies through fire in the next few moments. And as you're taking the next deep breath, I want you to visualize what perfect timing means in your life. So think about telling your story maybe 1 month, 1 year from now to someone and saying, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened. It was all in perfect timing. Everything makes so much sense. I have so much trust in timing now because I also rise to the level, to the version that I need to be to create that perfect timing, to attract that perfect timing in my life. Feel the water in your body vibrating with these words. That everything is happening at an aligned time. And we are all present here today because of perfect timing. With every breath, feel your vibration rise. Feel your skin expand. Feel your cells expand. Feel your hair follicles expand. Feel the skin on your head. And as you take the next deep breath, visualize that the skin is stretching on all parts of your body. And you are releasing any toxins, any cells, anything from your physical body that was attached to all of these qualities that you mentioned. All of these are being released into the interstitial spaces, the spaces between the cells, and it is going into your bloodstream and being exhaled out. As you take the next deep breath in, visualize you are so large, all of you are growing larger and larger. Visualize your size as large as the moon itself. And with this large, gigantic size that you are floating in space. And as you float in space, you are now going towards the rings of Saturn. And you are just very gently riding on the rings of Saturn, like a slide. And as you are sliding down these rings, focus on the sensation of ease, on how easy it is to breathe, on how easy it is to let go, on how easy it is to attract exactly what you want. Say this to yourself, it is so easy, it is so easy for me to attract all that I want. It is so easy for me to have fun, it is so easy for me to slide, it is so easy for me to be vulnerable, it is so easy for me to let go of the past. It is so easy for me to see divine timing. It is so easy for me to attract the right partner who helps me grow. It is so easy for me to hold duality. It is easy for me to see the light and dark and appreciate what I need to and take from it what I need to and release the rest. It is so easy for me to see myself objectively, exactly as I am. It is so easy for me to see my beautiful strengths, all my wonderful characters. It is also easy for me to release any judgment towards my flaws. It is so easy for me to step into systems, to attract systems that work well for me, that work well for the entire world. It is so easy for me to create systems that are for the highest benefit of all, women, of children, for animals, for oceans, for Mother Earth. It is so easy for me to create these systems because I am so large and I am capable of so much. It is so easy to give myself the approval that I need. It is so easy for me to tell myself I love myself. It is so easy for me to say all the love that I need starts from me. It is so easy for me to teach people around me how to love, how to grow, how to create. It is so easy for me to invite novelty, newness, new experiences. And today I'll use the past in a way that I am being flushed with abundant novelty. Novelty in ways of being, novelty in ways of seeing things, novelty in ways of perspective, novelty in ways of loving, novelty in ways of creating. Take a deep breath in and internalize all of these thoughts at the center of your spine. Visualize all of these emotions, these feelings, these vibrations are going to the center of your body, down your spine, and they're spreading down to your groin and spreading from the legs down into Mother Earth. And if there's any itching, any scratching that you need to do, any stretching, Allow yourself to do that. And with the next deep breath in, expand your chest. Expand your chest and feel it getting larger. Feel the expansion that you've created. Feel a ball of energy in your chest expanding, expanding, expanding as you take your next deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel the pull. All of the things you wish to release are being pulled out of your body. All of this heaviness, all of this energy that your cells have released is being exhaled out. And feel your body get lighter. One last pull. As you exhale, feel the pull. Feel your cells releasing. Feel your skin releasing. And as it releases, all of this energy is being pulled out almost as if there's a magnet pulling out all of these and you feel the pull in your body. External pull. Wonderful. With your next deep breath in, make a big smile. And smile at this new version, new self, who has invited all these beautiful opportunities. Allow yourself to smile and allow your smile to reach your eyes. And say, you can keep your hands down when you're ready. And at the next breath, you can open your eyes with a big smile. And know that all of these things will be released as we light the candles. Make an intention for the candles to show you, for the flame to show you what are the steps you need to take to invite this reality. As the candles burn, we will notice certain camps. One part of the candle might burn more, they might fall. Very interesting things happen. So just stay open to the possible. Okay? Yes, now you can begin. So before beginning, just make sure that the rope has not fallen down. Should be 1 inch close to the tip. Then all of us can light the candle. Neville, I think you missed the instruction. We also put salt in the plate. Okay, so put salt also. Once again, reminding everyone to make sure there's insulation below the plate in which you're lighting the candle. And since this is a little, like this requires a little bit of fire safety, I'm leaving the floor open so if anyone feels they want to discuss something that's happening with the candles, you're free to ask me. Otherwise, for the next few moments, we'll just light the candle and observe the place.
Harry, does the rope catch on fire?
Yes. It will catch on fire and then everything will catch on fire. Let me blow your mind.
Okay. And the paper that we had written earlier, that should be in there, right?
Yes, in the middle. So it's very normal if the rope falls down also. My rope has fallen down and now this candle is also going to fall. So I'm just going to put it in the middle of the flame. The way the candles are burning is showing where the energies are leaning towards stronger. If your candle is burning faster, means there's more attachment probably possibly towards your side. So allow it to tell you what it's trying to do. The ritual that I'm doing is for everybody collectively, and what I'm seeing is that the first thing to fall was the negative attachment. So that means what I'm getting is that it's very ready to be left behind. And the fire of the self is burning quite strong. And by strongly, I mean in a way that allows it to use the fuel from from all of the things that you're using and transmute it into all of the empowerment that you're receiving as of this moment. If it's getting too heated and you are in an internal space, you can also go keep the whole ritual stuff outside in an outdoor environment. And it will continue to do what it's doing regardless. I'm just going to go.
Aradna, oh, she's moved.
Yeah.
I have to step out in exactly 10 minutes.
Yeah,
It no, it hasn't burnt.
Okay.
As in the rope still is taking its own sweet time to fire up.
That's okay. Can you show me the setup if it's possible?
There you go.
Okay. You can put the rope a little above. So actually the rope is supposed to be around the candles, but even that is fine. Just you can just with maybe like a pencil or something, just lift the rope a little bit and allow it to catch fire. If the flame is getting very large, it's very important to not inhale the fumes because there's also a lot of release of the energies that we just spoke about. So make sure that you're in a area where you can breathe in fresh air. Sometimes it might take a while. It burnt? Okay. Karmic, can I see? Okay. Yes. I got burnt in the beginning. now I have a scarf for today.
Oh,
Yeah.
How did that,
Sorry?
how did that happen?
In the beginning, when I was fixing the candle, little bit of
There's a pattern while I was tying the rope, the candles wouldn't stay there. Coming off, coming off, coming off.
Hmm. There's a bit of a fight also there too.
Yeah, yeah. I observed.
Hi.
What am I meant to wait for it to fully burn, right?
Huh. For the cord to fill.
It burned for me. What should I do also?
You can just put it outside and just make an intention to release. And when it is completely died out, like you can blow out the candles, and then we can close the session. So yeah.
Varna, thank you so much. I am unfortunately in a bit of a rush.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. The honor is mine, and thank you for having me, and thank you for being a part of our tribe, and thank you for blending our communities. Thank much love. Thank you everyone for your collective support and helping me burn the cords with the system.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Happy full moon.
Happy full moon. So I'm just on call if anyone has any questions. But if you want to meditate with the candles by yourself, you can also drop off the call.
So I wanted to share. I'm fully done. I think it's the last few flakes that's turning off right now. So it was a very interesting play to watch. I did not, when I was looping them, I still didn't think what I was going to call it, right? It was later after the whole discussion. So systems and me, the play was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining.
The play was really beautiful, and at the end, system burns faster because it's more people against the system than against our own self. So thank you for all those E's that you called out throughout the session. That was important to relook at all the tiny little things you require for a life to be beautiful. So thank you for calling out all of them. They're very warm in the heart. And thank you for having me as part of this circle tonight. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for joining us and sharing your energy.
Thank you, everybody. All of you here. It was a pleasure meeting you all. And
thank you. One more thing I want to share with you, Sirisha. Since you mentioned that the systems burn faster, I've done this ritual 3 times, and with every time I've associated, like, the candle which is me always burns longer. And what I realized is that what you mentioned, that the things that we think have control over us are a lot smaller than who we are.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think authenticity is the way. The more authentic we can become of ourselves to be, not just not through, but to be. I think the more the timeline is now. I'm also learning. I'm also like daily toppling in my own life towards that direction. But yeah, I think the more we be authentic, and the more safe spaces we have to be authentic, like you organize space for us to be able to express so beautifully, right? Not think who's going to say what or what do they think. Just express. So the more we create such spaces, I think the more we'll all shine. So awesome work on whatever you're doing at your end to create these safe spaces. I truly enjoyed being part of this circle today.
I'm so happy. Well, let me know if you want to join the other circle, then I'll have you go and go play.
I'll keep you posted. For now, thank you.
Of course. You're most welcome. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Good night.
How is it going?
Slow, very slow.
Hmm.
In the beginning, it's not that much only.
Yeah, so you can go about this two ways. If you want to sit and meditate with the candles, you can do that. Or you can also put the rope a little, like push it a little bit up on both sides. Yeah. So the closer it is to the flame, the waxy melty part, the faster it will start burning.
Yeah, fine.
And is there something to understand from the way that it burnt?
Yes. You want to describe to me how it's going?
Yeah, so there were two candles. One of them was initially burning far more than the other. That's what set the rope on fire. Then the
Which
rope
candle
got
was this? You or what you're letting go?
I'm not sure.
Did you label the candles in the beginning? Like
No,
mentally?
not really. Mentally, yeah, maybe. I think the one that is still burning is me. But I think, yeah. But
The other one is gone.
yeah, but the way it went is very funny. So the rope caught on fire, fell down, and then it's the rope being on fire was so intense that it melted the wax of the other candle, like even before anything, like the other candle was only like 5% done, and then the fire from the rope melted all of the wax from the other candle. The wax is just a pool now on the plate, and it's still on fire. Like the whole plate is on fire because it's melted wax everywhere. But the candle on the left, which I think is me, is now burning slowly. Initially, it was the one that burned very fast and set the rope on fire. Now it's very calm.
So initially there were possibly a lot of things that you were releasing, and then the release started to happen from the external side. So all of that energy was going to the part that was getting burnt away. And now from that, so the fire burning is teaching us where is our energy going. Initially our energy would be going a lot into the external things that we're thinking controls. So it starts to burn away. And once it completely falls, all of that energy then transmutes to our power. So it empowers us once we recognize that it no longer holds power over us. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I'll show you. Mine also was very similar, and that's usually what happens. Initially, I started with this. So this was what I was releasing. This was me. What I was releasing caught on fire, and I mean it's a bit longer. But what happens later is that this falls.
Okay.
Like what I was releasing. And when it falls, then it became very insane. Then it became like this.
Okay. Yeah. Similar. Yeah.
So just make a note of the pattern of it burning. If anyone, it is also very normal that things just extinguish by themselves and nothing burns. So that is also teaching us that we need to do another cutting ritual, like we need to do the same thing again, or we need to hold off and reflect a bit more. So the way the candles are burning, just ask yourself what could this mean and fill in the blanks on your own. And if you want to verify it, you can ask me. But allow your intuition to guide you what are the candles trying to tell you about the situation. Okay?
Yeah.
Sharvi, do you want to share?
I have a similar situation going on here.
I think
Whole plate is on fire.
Yeah, be careful. There's like a insulation or something under it.
Yeah. But what is surprising is that one I'd labeled as myself is it's melting but it's not falling.
Okay.
The same heat the other one melted.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of it though.
Are you taking a video or a photo of it, or are you on the phone?
It's here. Do you want to see it?
Ah, okay, sure. I can. So on the call, you're appearing as a square, so I can't see the whole thing. Okay, that's good. It doesn't matter so much like what is burning in essence, as long as it's burning. The pattern of burning is just showing us what, in what way it's burning, like in what way are we engaging, how much are we attached, are we still attached? For example, if our candle, if the rope extinguishes and burns and it separates the two candles and both of them are burning individually, means that um, those candles have, like, the cord is cut and it has no impact on each other. So right now if it's burning together means, and the intention that I set for this ritual is that the things that we're releasing is going to be the fuel for us to be empowered with the opportunities and the love and whatever you want to invite. Right? So it is very normal if all of your fires become very large by the end, because that was the intention. We use the energy from what we're releasing to power through our build-up.
Oh, so mine was pretty interesting. Basically, both the candles were, same flame, same size, like equally burning. And then finally, like it took a long time. The rope like didn't start burning for a long, long time until it was literally in the fire. But then from the letting go wala candle, suddenly the flame went across like a bridge between both the candles, and there was like a bridge of fire for like 3 seconds, and then both the ropes cut and separated. And
So
now
they're both.
my yeah, so they're both burning separately, but my candle is totally standalone, whereas the letting go candle still has like one thread of rope around it, but the rope is completely like disconnected and like extinguished also later.
Wonderful. So the rope here is representative of the cord of attachment. So in essence, whenever we are connected to any situation, any person, there's a cord of attachment, there's an energetic cord that is connecting us and a situation we think about, a person we think about, whatever we think about, there are cords. So with this ritual, we physicalize that, and this cord is the cord of attachment to all the things we were wishing to release. Now, if it's burnt off easily, that means the cord is burnt off easily and you're good to go regardless, and possibly because your situation was it was a very specific one pointed situation, right? I think a lot of us put many situations in one this thing. So because of that situation being completely sort of cut clean, the burning style also is representative of that. That it was a sort of clean break and the cord is no longer affecting neither you or that person. And if it's still burning with that situation or whatever, then possibly whatever, how much ever it is burning, that is reflective of that.
Nice.
How's it going, Neville?
Pretty bad, pretty bad. I'm like observing. I'm like observing like how candles are behaving and how this cord is behaving. It's just going over and making the candle fall. Putting the candle still for like 6 times like that. Yeah.
What
I
you can
tried.
do? You were saying?
I tried to put this things over the flame, but it just melted in the wax, but did not burn. Like the wax is attached to the rope now, but not burn. Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
I'm just gonna observe it now. That's all. Yeah.
Good. Even if it falls, let it fall, just observe. I think what I'm getting for your situation is there might be at least 2, 3 rituals of the same thing required with the same intention.
Since I had this corn husk, I wrote all the things that, like, I think extension part of it, like, it called me intuitively to do this. I was kind of reminded all the limiting acts that I performed maybe halfway, and halfway it happened to manifest um, in my relationship. So I'm gonna burn this as well.
Uh-huh. You can burn it with the same plant. If you put it in the middle, right between, so the rope is going to fall. If you put it in the middle of the candles, then it will burn at some point.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
think the Divine Mother is calling you out for a longer meditation.
I observed that.
Kamalji, how's it going?
Yeah, the burning started. Actually, the paper what I had written, let go. It was not matlab. It was standing on the thread. It took a longer time to burn. And when it started burning, actually first that did not burn. The candle towards me, the thread started burning from there. It continued to the next candle. Then the thread was broken. Still the thread of my candle is burning. But the other one has stopped burning.
Okay. Did any of you feel calmer looking at the candles?
Yes.
From this I have understood that self-burning is very important. It is showing wisdom. Yeah, I need to let go so many things.
Acha, that candle is burning your candle.
Yeah.
Whatever you have understood, that message is for you. Like, believe, trust your intuition, whatever message you're getting. Everyone is getting very different messages, I can sense that. And the calmer state that I was talking about, there are 2 reasons for it. One is that you have not only released energetically, you're also releasing physically through your eyes as we see the flame, to the heat, to the meditation also we released a lot of toxins. So please drink water actually, everyone drink water right now. Drink water right now. And lots of it, at least 1 liter. The second thing is, apart from the release, you might be feeling lighter and calmer. But second is the flame of a candle. It activates the pineal gland. The pineal gland is here, right below, like right in the center of our. Like if we draw a line from back head to front head, and then from this side to this side, right where the lines meet, our pineal gland is there. It's the gland that releases melatonin that allows us to sleep. It also helps control a few other hormones in our circadian rhythm, which is our body's natural body clock. So, whenever we see a flame or a candle flame, it signals the pineal gland to activate the rest and digest system. So, basically, your parasympathetic system to relax. And so, your body feels a lot calm. So, anytime you're feeling very stressed in life and you don't know what to do, you're like, oh, I should just burn a candle and look at it. It will 101% have an impact. That will be helpful. I will also be teaching a little bit more about this in my upcoming course. I'll release the details for that on the group later. But this next course is essentially about tuning into your intuition. So how can you tune into your intuition in a manner that you don't need to seek answers from external sources, or you can trust the answers that you're getting on your own. Also, I know that this has stretched longer than it is supposed to, so if anyone else wants to drop out, please feel free. I think I'll wait for maybe 2 minutes, and then I'll also cut the call. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want me to look at your setup later, you can click photos and send me if you feel like I could help. Otherwise, any questions? Let me know.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The flame is still going on, is that okay?
Yeah. Mine is also going on. I've kept it outside because I got like I did this twice today, so I got like a lot of. I also got headache actually. So it's very normal if anyone is anyone experiencing heavy headedness or anything like that. Okay, that's good. But make sure you go out and breathe in a lot of fresh air and drink a lot of water. You can also keep it out, let it burn in a place where it won't affect anything. And until it's done. Once it's done, you can throw out the contents into a dustbin.
Yeah.
Okay. You can drop out of this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. I can feel that Neville's rope has started working.
Yeah, it fell down and the candles are also flaming up very well. I didn't see this fire earlier. Now they're like individually burning separately.
So ask yourself once the things die down, if you need to do it again, you will. If you feel like there's a calling, the candles are telling you to burn again, you can do it tomorrow or day after.
Sure.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me here. Bye bye.
Of course. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Kamalji.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Bye, Mrin. Bye, Shweta.